everyone, welcome to the Rugby League History channel. Tonight I'll be doing my tips for round 17 of the 2022 NRL season. Last week I got 7 out of 8 correct. Let me know in the comment section below how many you got. But actually on the NRL tipping, on the NRL tipping website, I got a perfect round because I accidentally clicked on Manly instead of Melbourne. So I guess sometimes when you click on the wrong thing, it can turn out to be a good thing. But this is going to be a shortened round this week due to the State of Origin Game 3 happening next Wednesday. So there's going to be a few players out for some of these teams involved. And there's a couple of intriguing matchups coming up. So let's talk about the first one, which is kicking off on Thursday night. This one is between Cronulla and Melbourne. It's being played at Shark Park there. Cronulla sat in 4th at the moment. Melbourne sat in 2nd. With Melbourne, they've won their last 5 matches against Cronulla. But I was looking at some of the history of Melbourne coming down to Shark Park, and Cronulla's won 5 of the last 7 meetings at Shark Park. So away from Melbourne, Cronulla do have quite a good record against Melbourne. So with this game, Cameron Munster's not going to be there, which is a big out for Melbourne, and also Felice Kafusi's not going to be there, and Harry Grant. But they've still got the likes of Pappen Pussy, and they've got Brandon Smith, and they've got Justin Olam, and they've got a lot of class in that side. With Cronulla, they're going to be missing Nico Hines and Siasifa Talakai. For this game, I will go for Melbourne to win 1-12. I think they would be very disappointed after losing the way that they did against Manly last week. And I think towards the end of that game, Melbourne showed what they can do, where they scored, I think, about 4 or 5 tries in 3 minutes. So I will go for Melbourne to win 1-12 on the Thursday over Cronulla. The first and only match on the Friday sees Newcastle against South Sydney. This one's being played at Marathon Stadium in Newcastle. Newcastle sat in 12th at the moment. South Sydney sat in 7th. South have won 8 of their last 10 encounters against Newcastle, so they've got a good record there. However, they've got no Murray, they've got no Arrow, Damien Cook. They're all out for State of Origin. And then Hammy Selle and Mark Nichols also won't be there. For Newcastle, Dean Gagai and Keelan Ponga won't be there for Newcastle. With South last week, it's kind of hard to get a read on how they're going. They have been inconsistent this year, but they did play a very poor Parramatta side there on the Saturday. And it's going to be hard to see. Well, when I looked at that match, I kind of thought to myself, it's hard to get a read on how they're going to go next week because Parramatta played so poorly. But they do have Latrell Mitchell there, so that's another big bonus for them. He was very good last week. For this match, I will go for the away side. I will go for South Sydney to win 1-12. Even though Newcastle did have a decent win over the Gold Coast last week, it was the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast have playing very poorly this year, and they are bottom of the table for a reason. So I will go for South Sydney to win 1-12 on the Friday with not that much confidence, but I think that they can do it. On the Saturday, the one and only game sees West Tigers up against Parramatta. This one's being played at Leichhardt Oval. West are second last at the moment, 15th on the table. Parramatta in 6th. Parramatta have won 8 of their last 10 encounters against West Tigers, which they do have a good record against West Tigers overall, Parramatta. However, this is the first time that Parramatta have played West at Leichhardt Oval since March the 22nd, 2013. And I was actually supposed to be going to that match. I was all kitted out. I was with a couple of mates, and we were heading down to the ground there. But we got sidetracked and we ended up at a strip club. And we ended up watching the game on the telly at the strip club. And it's just as well because West Tigers won the match 31 points to 18. And I remember that game vividly because we come last that year. And I remember the Parramatta players had their backs turned. The referee blew a quick penalty. Benji Marshall tapped and he ran 90 yards to score. And it's probably one of the most embarrassing tries I've ever seen Parramatta concede. Anyways, I'm getting a bit sidetracked. Parramatta's last win at Leichhardt Oval come in 2001. They beat West Tigers 66 points to 12. And The last meeting before 2013 was in 2004, so Parramatta don't really play that many matches at Leichhardt Oval. Their record at Leichhardt in total, 83 matches played, 39 wins, 43 losses and 1 draw, so about 50% their record is there. This is a game for Parramatta where, well, we've seen it for quite a while now, not just this year, but in times gone by. They're playing teams down the bottom of the table. They're expecting to win and they don't. And they played very, very poorly against South Sydney. West Tigers will be desperate for a win. They'll be wanting to get away from that wooden spoon zone. They don't want to be in a relegation. They don't want to be in a wooden spoon dogfight with the Gold Coast. I will go for Parramatta to win with no confidence whatsoever. I wouldn't be surprised if West Tigers turn Parramatta over, but I will go for Parramatta to win 1-12 there on the Saturday at Leichhardt Oval. But as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if West Tigers win. And on the Sunday, the final game to close out the shortened round is Brisbane up against St George's. One's being played at Suncorp Stadium. Brisbane in 5th, St George in 8th. Brisbane's last win against St George, believe it or not, was in round 24, 2017. They beat St George 24 points to 12. St George have won their last 5 encounters against Brisbane. So that's something that I didn't really know, but it has happened. Brisbane are going to be without Pain in the Ass, Carrigan, Selwyn Corn on the Cobbo, and Capewell due to state of origin. And for St George, they're just not going to be without. They're going to be without Ben Hunt. I will go for Brisbane to win this match. I'll go for them to win 1-12. Even though they lost last week against North Queensland, one thing I will point out is they still managed to score 26 points against a North Queensland side that have been very good defensively this year. And looking back at some of the other results that they've had this year, Brisbane are averaging over 20 points a game easy. So I think even without some of their players because of state of origin, I think Brisbane will be a little bit too good for St George there on the Sunday. So anyways, that's my tips for round 17 of the 2022 NRL season. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your tips, and if you've got any accras on or out like that, let me know. This has been Rugby League History. I've got some more videos coming up very shortly. Stay tuned on the channel for those. But thanks for watching this video. I'll catch us all later. See you in the next one. Alright, tatty bye for now.